For the latest updates on the Indian startup ecosystem, subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon.
It's the third week of January and funding in the Indian startup ecosystem seems to have taken a backseat. Nonetheless, which were the top startup deals of this week? Let's find out at Your Story's weekly funding roundup. After a power pack last week, the third week of January saw a substantial dip in funding activity. Indian startups in the third week of January raked in close to $48.3 million across 20 equity deals. Now, this is a substantial dip again from last week when Indian startups had raked in more than $500 million or close to $554.3 million to be precise in equity funding. Now, this dip in equity funding this week can be attributed to the lack of any growth stage deals or the slowdown in late stage funding activity. An important thing to note this week is that there was no capital raised as debt by Indian startups in the third week of January. There is no doubt that early stage deals took precedence, contributing close to 60% of the overall funding value raised by Indian startups this week. Early stage startups raked in close to $32.3 million across 18 equity deals, while late stage startups contributed close to $16 million of the overall funding raised by Indian startups in the third week of January. Neo-banking platform Purplle, which was started by former Google Pay executives, this week said that it has raised close to $13.2 million as a part of its seed round led by Sequoia India as well as Ribbit Capital. Now, other investors which participated as a part of this round include Hillhouse Capital as well as angel investors, founder of New Bank David Wellis and founder of Cred Kunal Shah. Now, if media reports are to be believed, then after this round, the total valuation of Purplle stands at around $50 million. The startup said that it will be using these funds to build out its technology platform as well as to drive some sales and marketing initiatives. Logistics management software provider Pando this week said that it has raised close to 64 crores or close to $9 million as a part of its Series A round led by Chirate Ventures. Now, existing investors, Nexus Venture Partners, as well as Siemens-backed Next47 also participated as a part of this round. If the company is to be believed, then post this round, the total funding raised by the firm stands at around 80 crores or close to 11.26 million. The startup says they'll be using these funds to scale its presence in international geographies as well as invest this in technology and talent. Transportation startup Shuttle has raised close to 57 crores as a part of its Series C round from SIG Global India Fund, show documents filed with the MCA. Now, post this round, the total valuation of Shuttle is expected to be above $200 million. Now, Shuttle counts the likes of Sequoia, Lightspeed Ventures, Amazon, Dentsu and Toyota as its investors. After raising close to $30 million from Goldman Sachs in December last year, online beauty platform Purplle this week said that it has raised another $8 million as a part of its Series C round from Whirlinvest. Now, the funding from Whirlinvest will be used to strengthen the company's supply chain, innovation activities as well as technological capabilities. The company will also be using these funds to push the brand forward. In the other deals this week, there was Singapore-based fintech startup Club, which raised close to $2 million as a part of its pre-seed round from Surge, Sequoia India's accelerator program, and a couple of angel investors. Then there is Silicon Valley and Bengaluru-based Zynia, which said that it has raised close to $90 million as a part of its Series C round led by Iconic Capital. Finally, there was US-based Phenom People, which said that it has raised close to $30 million as a part of its Series C round led by Westbridge Capital. Well, that was the weekly funding roundup for the third week of January. My name is Tarush Bhalla and I'm going to be catching up with you next week with another exciting roundup of the funding which goes in the Indian startup ecosystem. Until then, stay good and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more such videos.